It's Week 11 of the National Football League. And front and center is Jacoby Brissett. He's your top dog in the league this season, ranking first in passing yards. It's the Commanders and the Giants, just ahead on EA Sports.
We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap, as it'll be the New York Giants taking on the Washington Commanders. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you talk about this Commanders team coming into play here today.
They come in playing pretty good football. Winners of 4 of their last 6 games. On the other side of the field for the visiting Giants.
Even with all the games we have broadcast together over the years, partner, seems like every time we see something new and kind of get that feeling we might get something unique here in this one as well.
No two games are ever really the same, are they, Brandon? Because
NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports.
And he won't quite make it to the 25. But the Giants ready to go now on offense, and under center is the man in possession of a new contract for 2023 and beyond. In his 5th season now, Daniel Jones.
And there was a positive in last week's loss.
They'll start out here with the option left. And he probably should have given that one off, as he's going to get hit and taken down behind the line. It's a loss of 4 on that first play, and it's 2nd down. Now Jones. Pass incomplete.
You talk about this Washington defense.
Well, they've been pretty much a mess against the pass, number 31 in the league.
And when you're getting ready to face the number 1 overall offense in the NFL, it does not matter where you rank defensively.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
There's Jamin Davis, the former Kentucky Wildcat, bringing the pressure that time.
Getting into the act on the opening drive here with a sack. And remember, they had 5 last week.
And they saw that on film, and that meant that they had to get together. Offensive coordinator, quarterbacks coach, offensive line coach, receivers coach, and say, how do we beat this pressure? Because everyone has to win against the defense and get the ball out of the hands of the quarterback very quickly.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away.
We'll call it a 42-yard punt, 3 on the return.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. The Commanders' offense set to go to work, and they're led by the veteran who's bounced around a bit in season number 8 now. It's Jacoby Brissett.
And he's had such a sensational season to this point, leading the NFL in passing yards. He's been helped out a lot by an outstanding set of receivers, and he's quick to give them credit. But I think even they would tell you that he's the guy that makes this offense go.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
With that kind of run on 1st down, that's a winning type of a run. That just sets things up for them moving forward as they begin the drive.
They'll run for the first time here with Brian Robinson.
And that one blown up quickly, as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked off by Amani Oruwariye. And the Giants are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line.
And I think this is a situation where a quarterback coach in the sideline is going to talk to a signal caller and say, listen, it's 3rd and long and it's still early in the game. Let's not force things here. If we don't feel good about it, let's just check something down and pump the football.
So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive. They'll start in excellent field position following the INT.
Good starting field position for the New York Giants here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. They'll start out on the ground, and Saquon Barkley. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43. The numbers for him from a week ago: 17 carries, 73 yards, and a touchdown.
And when he went over 1,000 yards last week, you know what it did for their offense? It gave them a true identity, because everyone's going to talk about this. The offensive line's going to take pride in it. Of course, the guy carrying the football will. But how about the coaching staff? When they go in and talk contracts, when they talk to reporters, hey, we had a 1,000-yard rusher this year. That means something in today's NFL.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Throwing Jones. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Jonathan Allen make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt.
46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. Good coverage there holds him to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44.
And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10.
Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson. And he'll take it ahead to the 28-yard line. The numbers in last week's bowl game for Robinson: 23 carries, 132 yards, and a touchdown.
Just an excellent performance from them on the ground last week, and that speaks to an offense that is operating at a high level on all fronts. Of course, that man running the ball, he's just seeing the field so well. But don't forget about his offensive line. They've really asserted their will out there and are confident they can repeat it again this week.
That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
And that's how you shake off the interception you threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one: the man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
They go play action with Brissett. Thomas brings it in. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a 1st down again.
It is fun to watch the big man work the middle of the field. How about that post route there? Did an excellent job of getting his head around to look the football in and gain significant yardage.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. On 1st and 10, Brissett.
And that is incomplete. Now the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Brissett. Got a man, and he hits him in stride.
9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. Robinson will try to pick it up. And he's in. Touchdown, Commanders. It's his 8th rushing touchdown on the campaign and 10th overall. And the Commanders will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. On 3rd down and short and everything well executed, he not only gets the 1st down, Charles, he gets the touchdown as well.
And you see the defense commit to the run so often in these situations. There's always that little bit of hesitancy, isn't there, partner? Thinking that they may play action yet. They took advantage of that hesitancy and found their way into the end zone with a running play.
The extra point by Sly is up and good.
And it's now a 7-0 game. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25.
The possession switching back to the New York Giants.
And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak can have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
And that one complete to Hodgins. And he will have a Giants first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert here on 3rd and 3.
They'll look to throw again. Throw right side, going to be caught by Waller. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Jones with a handoff to Barkley.
And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Well, this defense for the Commanders, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Seattle.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball? Or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright?
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Looking to throw. Jones finding Sterling Shepard for his first catch.
So they give up the completion there, but defensively, Charles, you're going up against a quarterback here who's had some moments, but really a lot of ups and downs in the early part of his career. What's the plan against a guy like this?
Well, you want to rattle him first and foremost, bring some people out and a couple extra guys in the pocket, see if he can handle it. The second thing, you want to make him think. Show him one look, go to another, disguise a few things, make him throw into what you call your defensive traps, and try to make some good plays on the ball and get a few takeaways.
And he will have a Giants first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
Barkley inside handoff. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
Well, these two teams met at MetLife Stadium earlier this year with the Giants winning that one. So they're looking for another win here in Washington to take the season sweep. 2nd down, here's Barkley again.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Jones now from the gun on 3rd down. And a throw there going to be incomplete. So 2 third-down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a 3rd, and now they deal with 4th down.
So Jones off, Graham Gano on here for the New York Giants field goal.
It's a 39-yard attempt, right hash. Gano's kick is good, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
So, Charles, they are on the board after that kick. So 3 drives, 3 points. Obviously not the start that you were hoping for, but they're able to erase that 0 off the scoreboard.
Yeah, I guess what you're saying is a point of drive is not what offenses are striving for by any stretch. They're happy they've got 3 now. They hope that that unlocks their offense for bigger points down the road.
Set to go again. Here's Brian Robinson in the Commander offense.
A tough challenge here in this one. We'll see if he can duplicate the numbers on your screen that he put up last week, up over 100 and a touchdown.
We're watching tape to prepare for this game. One thing you noted that I totally agree with, great complementary piece in the last game. You know, they're able to throw it pretty well. He ran it exceptionally, and they hope to continue that same formula in this game.
Complimentary with an E, not an I.
That's my English teacher right there.
His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
And taken down just shy of the 40. From the 39-yard line, here comes second down at 6. Second down and a run by Robinson.
He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
You talk about this Giant defense.
This unit against the pass, hoping to get better for sure. Number 25 in the NFL right now.
And it's really difficult to prepare for this team. This is the #1 overall passing team in the NFL. But it shouldn't be hard to get excited about playing against them. The ultimate test going against that unit.
And that's why you and I are excited to broadcast this game.
Yes, sir.
Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Giants' drive will start from deep in their territory with a 1st and 10.
Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10
at their own 12-yard line.
He'll drop it off with Saquon Barkley.
And he'll get this one up to about his 14. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Operating from the gun, Jones. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. They dial up the corner blitz that time, and it delivers to the tune of a 9-yard loss.
That's 3 sacks now, and that's not much of a surprise to me, nor should it be to you. This team, they lead the league in sacks.
Yeah, they do. This is something that we are starting to witness time and time again.
After that sack, 3rd and long, tough spot for Jones and the Giants.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And they're going to sack him again. The 5th time they've gotten him today, and this one results in a safety.
4 sacks and a safety already. If you gave your coach those numbers in an entire game, he'd be ecstatic. Getting that type of production in less than a half of football, that goes beyond anything they expected coming in.
So after that safety, now a free kick situation forthcoming as they punt it away from the 20. Pulled in at the 24.
So here is Washington now to take over. They've won 2 straight, and they lead this one as well as they come up on 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Robinson here. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards. All right, I got to ask you, with these RPOs, essentially the quarterback has 3 options, right? So what's different from that versus the triple option that we see the service academies run at the college level?
As a general rule, the triple option at the college level, most things are called outside of the quarterback faking it to the runner and then keeping it himself and maybe having a trail back. What I mean is, in the NFL, that option to throw the football all comes about organically. It's a natural deal based on reads. In college, if you're going to throw the football for triple option, you've actually called that play.
Now a 2nd down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. On 3rd down, Brissett. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
Yeah, it's still early in the game. No sense taking a chance on 3rd down and forcing one into traffic. So I like the wise play he made there. Get it to the sideline out of bounds where no one's going to have a chance at it.
And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Remember, they had the safety go against them the last time they had it. Fortunately, their defense just forced the punt, so they'll try again as they start 1st and 10.
After one, our score, 9-3. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards. Operating from the gun, Jones.
Short throw, going to be caught by Waller.
It'll be a gain of just a yard, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation.
Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the 1st.
Jones on 3rd down. And that The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
Just a net of 34 there following a punt of 44 yards.
And they will take over 1st and 10. And here we go on the next drive for Washington. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. And a strong run that time as he's across midfield and down to the 43. 42 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Play fake, Brissett. Throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin. They'll get 13 yards for the second play in a row. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now Brissett.
Quick slant, Dotson.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Out of the gun, they give to Robinson. Oh, fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. They give him 16 yards there, and it's a Washington 1st down.
To throw is Brissett.
That one is slant to McLaurin.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Hand off to Robinson out of the shotgun.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
Here's Brissett. That's caught at the 2. Touchdown! Curtis Samuel, his 6th touchdown of the season. And they're able to add on to their advantage.
Slide for the PAT.
And the lead is now 13. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told.
And it was polished off by a Washington touchdown. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
And New York set to take the field.
These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. Completes this again to Shepard. Another catch for him there. This one good for 11. 1st down.
Well, he's been a busy man in this first half. They've targeted him quite a bit, including both plays here to start this drive. And until that defense starts reacting a little better, they may just keep going back to him.
Barkley on 1st down, running into a wall as he stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Jones in trouble here, and down he goes.
Well, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
Under pressure, they got him again. Jonathan Allen. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half.
I'm starting to wonder if this offensive line just simply doesn't like him. I mean, they've given up 6 sacks in this game. He's had nowhere to go, nowhere to run, and obviously nowhere to hide.
And all those sacks in the first half, this is just complete domination. On to punt, Jamie Gillen. Fair catch taken right at the 10-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Washington offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it 1st and 10. Here's Gibson to start the drive. And he stopped immediately there. Brought down on the play by Kayvon Thibodeaux. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Brissett now. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
This one was all about clearing space for this play to work because he's going to leak out of the backfield to his right and then angle his way up the field. And a really pretty throw to put it on him and create the big play downfield.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And this is going to be a Commander's first down as good running gets him to about the 44.
Seemed like they picked an excellent time there, Charles, to go with the draw play.
They certainly did. Caught him a little over-eager trying to get into the backfield and get to the quarterback. They used their speed and their aggressiveness against them, didn't they?
Back to Robinson now on 1st down.
And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up.
From the 48-yard line, here's 2nd and 6.
Brissett sets to throw it.
Complete, it's Dotson.
3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a 1st down.
Robinson up the middle.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Hey, we often talk about defensive ends setting the edge, sometimes even the outside linebackers, but how about here? This is a cornerback essentially setting the edge and finishing off that play for a loss.
Brissett throw complete there to Thomas.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
Out of the gun, Brissett.
Looking for McLaurin, and he's got it.
And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down. Brissett. Got his target, Samuel.
And this is going to wind up working out just fine as he'll have a Washington first down. And an exhale there as they convert on 4th.
They'll throw again. Brissett.
He'll check that down to Gibson out of the backfield.
Had a good move, but only able to work it to the 20-yard line. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll make it 2nd down. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. That is caught at the 7.
Touchdown, Washington. Brian Robinson Jr.
He scored on the ground and through the air, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
Well, forget about the weapons out wide. He knows he's got another weapon in the backfield in the passing game, Charles, and he utilized him perfectly on that play.
And the offense coordinator showed me something on that play, Brandon, because so often during a game, our cameras find them looking down at their play sheets, and you wonder if they're absorbing anything. He had something specific in mind, and he went to it, and it worked well.
Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that pushes the lead up to an even 20. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Now out come the Giants.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Throwing Jones. And that is incomplete.
An attempt at a deep ball there, they didn't get it. But boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit.
Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. A good starting spot for Washington as they come up 1st and 10
at the 40. They begin the drive with Robinson.
And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action.
Brissett's throw taken in by Samuel.
And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Brissett on first down. To the right side and complete to Thomas. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds.
From the 43, it's 2nd and 3.
Throwing, Brissett. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. 3rd and short yardage, Brissett. And that will be incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forced some throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
And that is no good. And they will not be able to add on to their 20-point lead.
I don't care who you are. 60 yards is a very ambitious attempt. Hard to make even in practice in the best of conditions. And now, worst of all, you give the other guys the ball to start their drive at midfield.
And New York set to take the field. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. They'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
Oh, the Commanders are going to get there as he's taken down. Well, this is getting ridiculous. 8 sacks now. That time multiple guys get to it. But he continues, Charles, to be under constant pressure. These sacks, they're starting to pile up.
And if they want to have a realistic chance in this one, they've got to change their blocking assignments. They've got to do a better job to keep him upright. If he's going to be on the deck constantly, they've got no chance to win this game.
Now Jones. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
An extra man here in the secondary for Washington on third down.
Operating from the gun. Goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here.
2 problems as I see it. First, you missed the kick, which granted was a long one. But second, you set the other guys up with great field position and enough time to maybe get downfield and get a field goal attempt of their own.
Brian Robinson Jr. making his way back onto the field.
And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the second quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had. Right. Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. Brissett to throw on first.
Short throw there, caught by Thomas.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And this is going to wind up left. Well struck, but it's no good.
So we've reached halftime here in our nation's capital with the Commanders on top.
As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Things starting to get interesting in this final weekend before Thanksgiving. So let's see what's going on around the NFL. We'll begin up at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. And that one closing in on halftime with the Cowboys out on top. Michael Gallup, a touchdown reception. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And you can see, currently they trail in that ball game. A touchdown pass there for Kenny Pickett. Lastly, let's motor up to the Motor City. See what's happening with the Lions at home at Ford Field. And that one's gone to the half with the visiting Bears on top. A couple of touchdown strikes there from Justin Fields.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. As we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Second half about to start. The Commanders have the lead. They'll get it first as we are back underway. Byron Pringle now to return it. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Here come the Commanders for the first possession of the third quarter. But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead now, a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them, too.
After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Well, it's too early to figure out what kind of adjustments this defense made at halftime, but that's a good start to the second half. They cannot afford to give up more points and fall further behind, so well done to force the punting situation here.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And it'll be Giant football, 1st and 10. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They begin with a run by Barkley. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Running again with Barkley on 2nd down. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Now Jones to throw on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
Well, this is just a continuation of what we saw in the first half. So much for the fresh start to begin the 3rd quarter. Still off-target throws, no rhythm throwing the football, and obviously no touchdown scored in this game.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away.
This will be fielded at the 17. 42-yard punt, 6 on the return.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense set to take over. Obviously not the intended goal last drive. They had to punt the football, but still they've got the lead here and now a chance to add on to that lead if they can get points on this drive. 1st and 10 upcoming.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30.
76 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
To throw, Brissett. And Thomas has it.
Finding room at midfield. Look at the big fella go.
And finally taken down at the 30-yard line. A huge play there for Washington. 41 yards.
Another big play right there, and this is where, as an offense, you can really put the hammer down. You've got a double-digit lead, but those other guys, they've been hanging around. A touchdown here could put this game out of reach, and that's a strong step towards getting it done.
So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10.
This a quick slant, and he's got Terry McLaurin.
And that's good for a gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd down. To throw is Brissett.
Targeting Thomas on the out route, making the catch.
90 yards receiving now for him in the ball game. It's a 1st down.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
Here's Brissett. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Now Brissett. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. Touchdown! Curtis Samuel, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Commanders add 6 to their lead. So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the 3rd quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that stretches the lead all the way up to 27.
Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away.
Paris Campbell now on the return.
And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14.
The New York set to take the field.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here and maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual. So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in third and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
Now the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
After that sack, 3rd and long, tough spot for Jones and the Giants.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And they're going to get him down well short of the first, as he can only get this to about the 19. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for New York. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially, and out will come the offense as they take over. Curtis Samuel and the rest of the offense heading back out there now. 2 touchdowns to his credit so far. Charles, I'm curious, do these wide receivers, what do they go in with each week? Is it different week to week for the goals that they personally set for themselves, do you think?
I doubt that it's different from week to week. Maybe because of game plan, they know that one guy might be featured more than the other. But all in all, these guys are looking for 100 or more yards in receiving. But the biggest thing, getting into the end zone. And how about him? He's gotten there twice in this game.
He has indeed.
Our partner is still in the 3rd quarter, but they've got this one well in hand and still airing it out with gusto and picking up some nice gains.
And even in lopsided games like this, you don't really see starters get lifted or the foot come off the gas before the 4th quarter. No one wants to leave any doubt when they're playing well. They just want to continue the process.
1st down, Brissett.
Out left to Dotson.
That's over 40 yards of movement with those last 2 plays.
Now those backups on the sideline, they got to be eagerly anticipating the 4th quarter upcoming. Look at the size of the lead, how they're moving the football. This defense really struggling and giving up plays like we just saw.
Yeah, Stars have certainly done all they've needed to in this one, haven't they? But my question is, will he be able to resist the urge to continue to run things up a bit and get his main guys a few bonus stats before he calls them off the field?
A 2nd down throw for Brissett.
Throw right side, taken in by Gibson.
They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it. And now we've got a 3rd and 4.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down.
Brissett.
Back to Gibson and another catch for him.
And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them.
Touchdown, Washington.
Curtis Samuel, his 3rd touchdown of the game, his 8th on the year.
And the Commanders' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. And it's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
The extra point by Sly is up and good.
And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Campbell returning it.
And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
And the Giants ready to come out now.
Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable now. A win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles. But I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized. And that's a good job there by the corner. And we do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
They'll give him 4 yards there. And they're going to face a 3rd down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that is incomplete. Strong coverage by Washington. And now 4th down.
We're going to give out a little applause on that play. It has to go to the defense. More good work by them. They've taken away the passing lanes all game long, and you can see the frustration that it's causing because he just about threw that one into the first row.
I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. Jacoby Brissett and the Commander offense out for this next drive.
He continues to just torch this defense. Perfect on the last drive, including his 4th touchdown pass of the game.
Similar to hitters that are in that great zone in baseball.
And the giant rush gets home as down he goes.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double teamed and sometimes triple teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
Second down, Brissett. His throw incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
It's 3rd and long for Brissett. And this is going to be incomplete.
Good work there to force the incompletion and 4th down. Normally, it'd be a quick change for the punt return unit, but this offense has converted twice on 4th down so far, so you may want to double-check things there and make sure they're actually going to kick the football.
That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field.
Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for New York. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line.
Set to go again. Here's Brian Robinson, the Commander offense.
He's had a good performance, moved the ball effectively on the ground. Of course, he has the 1 touchdown.
And when you're able to move it as effectively as you've described, that leads to finding a way into the end zone, and now he's just trying to do it for a second time. And, of course, with that comes additional yardage.
Yeah, looking for additional yardage, and again, that second score here in the 3rd quarter.
Dexter Lawrence that time in on the stop.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down.
On 3rd down, Brissett.
Dexter Lawrence able to bust free and get to the quarterback.
Now this is where field awareness comes into play. He's getting perilously close to his own goal line, and after that sack, backed up to his own 2.
Here's Tress Way now as he's on for the 5th time here today. So possession goes over here on the punt. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. Here's the Giant offense now as they get ready to take over here.
And Charles, a very uninspired effort. The last time we saw them out there was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so set.
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted.
Picked by Kendall Fuller. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. Well, when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Final minute now of the 3rd quarter. Brissett now on 2nd down. Short throw to the tight end Thomas. They have certainly looked his way in this 3rd quarter. Another catch, and it's good for a 1st down.
Now we've got whistles here before the snap, and I believe this is going to be on Washington.
Offense.
Well, this O-line's been great. They've got the big lead, so give them a pass there, I guess.
Yeah, I would think so, because if we were grading them on their performance in this game, a lot of pluses in their boxes so far.
On the give, here's Robinson.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be 2nd down. Brissett sets to throw it.
This pass hauled in by Dotson. And the Commanders are going to have a 1st and goal as the tackle is made at about the 5.
Throwing, Brissett. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down. The line of scrimmage once again the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Brissett. And it's caught. Touchdown. Curtis Samuel. A 5-yard touchdown.
And the Commanders add another 6 points to what's going to be a blowout victory. Well, when coaches come into a game preaching total team effort, CD, I think this is the type of ball game that they're dreaming of. It was pretty apparent early on that they were clicking in all 3 phases. It's been fun to watch.
Yeah, sometimes in the NFL you end up with matchups like we've been watching here. And when you go back to the early drives, you can just see that one squad was on a different level in this game. Safe to say, we have been disappointed in watching their execution throughout this contest.
Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further.
And New York set to take the field.
And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss.
And he's going to be stacked up right at the line of scrimmage. Nothing there for him. 2nd down. The rush defense stout on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. Throwing, Jones. A short one here secured by the tight end Waller. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. Now Jones. He'll get this out to Barkley complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It goes as a gain of 9, and it moves the chains. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Looking to throw. Jones.
Short throw going to be caught by Waller.
The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And it's 2nd down. They'll look to throw again. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
Desperation time now. Here's Jones. Slant pass hauled in by Campbell. And he is going to have the Giants first down by a couple of yards, it would appear, as they're able to convert on 4th and 5.
Back to throw again.
Back to the same target, Campbell.
Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Again, he'll drop to throw. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Throwing again. Jones gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down.
Here's Jones on 3rd down.
The short throw pulled in by Bellinger.
And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the first. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's going to be batted down, and we'll go the other way with the football. The Giants go on 4th, but come up empty. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. Curtis Samuel and the rest of the offense heading back out there now. All right, how has he done it? 4 touchdowns in this contest. He's been around the end zone in particular, pretty much uncoverable.
And you know, that typically take things from a defensive perspective. I'm not going to do that this time. Let's just praise him. My goodness, 4 receiving touchdowns means he's beaten a variety of coverages throughout this game because they're not just letting him run scot-free. They're trying their best to shut him down, and he's shredding them.
I got to be honest, I want to see 5. Oh, you want to see 5? I mean, we're not supposed to be biased, but
we're not rooting. Just in the interest of the game, let's go ahead and see 5.
And this offense on 3rd down today, they've converted just twice and have had plenty of opportunities. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And he's got enough for the first across midfield to the 48. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive.
Robinson on a give right side. And they nearly sprung him that time as he takes us all the way down to the 37. 127 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On play action, Brissett. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there.
Dexter Lawrence able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Now that was a passer's nightmare. The front door totally shut down by the defense, so he kept going backwards, hoping to find another avenue of escape. It didn't exist.
Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Play action now. Brissett.
Slings this deep from McLaurin. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Partner, in the sportsmanship handbook, there's something to be said for calling the dogs off in a blowout. But these defenders, they also know this is the NFL, and it's their job to stop them, whether they're in the game or they're down by a handful of touchdowns.
Now throwing on third down there, but he cannot connect. Well, up big here in the fourth quarter, up really big. That passing incompletion, I don't think they needed the completion, but Charles, this is an offense right now that they're just having fun. They're clicking on all cylinders.
Yeah, you're right. They didn't need a completion. They certainly don't need any more points, but they're not going to turn them down. They're going to continue to run what they have in their playbook, and they still want to run it efficiently.
New York ready to go again offensively. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
Jones now throwing on first down. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. Just a gain of a couple there. And that will bring up second down. Back to throw. Jones. It's Barkley once again bringing in the catch. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, and now it's 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Jones from the gun on 3rd down. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he will have a Giants first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. A couple of first downs on the drive already as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st. Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. Jamin Davis picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Partner, my vocabulary isn't that great, but to me, there's only one word that fits this front 7 today, and that's dominant. 4 and 5 sacks is already rare in one game. Getting to more than 6 in one contest while winning by this many points, an absolutely astounding effort by every player involved.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete as well. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working against had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them holding them under 200 today.
Now a handoff to start it out. Robinson, and he'll get this one up to about his 14. Bobby Okereke making that tackle. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Off the play fake, here's Brissett. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. From the gun, here's Brissett. Got his target, Samuel. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion. Partner, I know we're still in the afternoon slate here. Some primetime games still on the docket, but it's going to be tough to top this effort. What an offensive performance we have seen. They have been unstoppable from the moment we began this game, and they're not holding back. They're still throwing the football here in the 4th.
They certainly are, and let me tell you something. If you're old school, you don't like this at all. But in today's football, you just go ahead and savor it. Watch a team execute at a high level. Doesn't matter what the scoreboard says.
No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. On second down, another shot for Robinson.
And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42.
135 yards on the ground for him so far.
Brissett from the gun on third.
Short throw there, caught by Thomas.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 17 yards that time and a Washington first.
A give left side to Robinson.
It's some room to run now. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but, boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And, partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh? Everything clicking for them in this contest, the kind of performance that they're going to cherish.
So for Washington,
their playoff chances take